Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel HK Unique World. Today I would like to talk about an empire which was first established in the world history. Do you have any idea what was the first empire in the world? Yes, I am going to talk about the Akkadian Empire. The Akkadian Empire was built by the Sargon Great, and he established this empire 2334 years BC, and at his time Sargon conquered his neighboring areas like from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean Sea. He enlarged his areas by invading and conquering some areas like now at present at Oman, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and going to the Anatolia, and these places were remarkable, his territory, and he was called the Sargon the Great, because he was the first founder of the empire in the world. It's called the Akkadian Empire. Akkad is the name of city, so the name was given on the basis of the city. Sargon was a great ruler, and he ruled near about 56 years, and during his reign time regimes he conquered most of the areas, and his territorial broadened a lot of places which were totally impossible for at the time for the other kings. But Sargon was not to be only for the king. He declared himself that he is the emperor, and he has conquered the four corners of the world, means south to north, east to west. So that's why he himself think that he is very nearly to the God. He made a lot of temples, buildings and other things, so he was given the title the Great. So if I talk about him, about the Sargon's life, I mean his personal life was legendary tales, because Sargon's father was unknown to him, and his mother was a priestess of kings. So when he was born, and he was kept into a basket, and then that was sealed with the vitamins, and he was cast to the water, and the water did not rose to him, and when he was floating inside of the box or baskets, a name of person Aki found him, and he reared him with careful, and then he took him as his he took him as his sons, and worked as a gardener. So that's why he Aki appointed him as a gardener. And when he was growing up, Sargon met with his beloved person. Her name was Ishtar, and from the time Ishtar and Sargon were passing a great time, and they talked about their lives, their stories, and from that stories Ishtar inspired Sargon not to be only a gardener. He has a lot of things to do. That's why she inspired him to Sargon to be like kings. From that inspiration, Sargon managed a job to the Urjababa king palace as a general soldier, and from the time he was very close contact with the kings, and one day he saw a nice dream. Sargon saw a nice dream that he is going to be the king, and he told his dreams to the king of Urjababa. When he listened the story or the dream of his story, the king Urjababa was surprised, and he was very afraid, because in that dream there was a chance to be killed, Urjababa, by the Sargon. So that's why he feared. For that reason, King Urjababa sent Sargon to his friends, another king. His name was Lugal Jagesi. In the meantime, which was the message given by the Urjababa, the Sargon lost it, and from the time when Sargon was talking about Urjababa to the king Lugal Jagesi, there was a confrontation between them, and the time there was a chance to be confined by the king of Lugal Jagesi. That time Sargon fled from there and coming to the palace in Urjababa, but in the meantime Urjababa has decided that he would kill the Sargon, otherwise Sargon would kill him. So what happened that time, that when Urjababa sent some troops and persons to kill the Sargon, instead of killing the Sargon, Sargon killed the Urjababa and occupied the throne, and in this way he had become the king. After being a king, he invaded to the neighboring kings Lugal Jagesi and occupied the city of Uruk. And the time the Uruk was very flourished city, and from conquering this beautiful city, Sargon the Great declared himself that he has conquered most of the lands in his areas. That's why he declared himself the emperor, and he already had conquered the four corners of the world. So that was a glorious history of the Sargon the Great. He was remembered in the history because he has done a lot of good things for the subjects, and he ruled his kingdom, I mean the empire, in a great way with great reputations, and he introduced new laws, new systems, and the times his cities were glorious time passings. So in this way the Sargon the Great served his kingdom and empires, and he ruled the 56 years, and when he died, his successor, he had two sons. First one is the Rimush, and then another son was Monishtushu, and the Rimush took the power after his father's death, and he ruled his kingdom near about 9 years, and he was killed by his brother Monishtushu because of the power. And then Rimush ruled only 9 years. And then Monishtushu come to the power, and he ruled many times here, and many times means a long time. And now when the Sargon the Great died, some local areas revolted against the Akkadian empires, like the Elam, which now is called the Iran. So these neighboring states were attacking the time, but the Monishtushu proved himself that he was the deserved king, and he ruled with nice way from the legacy which he was found from his father. And at the time, when he got the popularity, by the way, when the kingdom was very